What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome to today's video. Now, today, we're going to be talking Call of Duty 2014. Now, for those of you guys that do not know, yesterday, Sledgehammer Games was in fact confirmed to be making the next Call of Duty title. This was hinted at for a while, and I was wrong in doubting the rumors. Clearly, this now puts it on a development cycle of 3 years, and Activision says that they have full faith in Sledgehammer. Activision stated this will give our designers more time to envision and innovate for each title. Simultaneously, it will give our content creators more focus on DLC and microtransaction DLC, which, as you know, have become a large and high margin opportunities and significant engagement drivers. Finally, we give our teams more time to polish, help, and ensure we deliver the best experience to our fans each and every time. So with all that being said, today we're going to focus on the good, the bad, and the unanswered. So let's start out with the good. It's a 3-year development cycle. As much as people may not like the developer for their titles and having to wait an added year, it honestly is a very good thing. It gives more time to perfect the art, making the game more optimal for play in many aspects, but we'll get to that here in a couple seconds. This also means that developers can utilize next gen. They can focus more on the actual inner mechanics of the game and how much it can bring to the next generation consoles, since they are so much more powerful than the previous gen, including Xbox 360 and PS3. On the focusing topic, they can also focus more on DLC and micro DLC transactions. This will open up so much more development time and windows to opportunity that these developers will have to make a more compelling aspect to the game. And again, going right into the compelling and gripping side, it can build a better and more gripping experience for the players, not just in multiplayer, but both in campaign and multiplayer alike. And that being said, perhaps we'll even see a little bit of a decrease in the complaining with the online game modes. Now, while that is unlikely just because that's the nature of players, there are still going to be opportunities to make the game modes and online experience so much better. So let's move on to the bad. The bad is that Treyarch isn't making this year's title. But all jokes aside, the big thing that people are focusing are the bad, and what that mostly relates to is the fact that people are linking Sledgehammer to their affiliation and work on MW3. Now, a lot of this stuff that I'm seeing is that Sledgehammer ruined MW3. They've ruined the CoD title. And while everybody is entitled to their own opinion, it just needs to be validated that they know what they're talking about, because Sledgehammer had absolutely no work on the multiplayer end of it. They only worked on the campaign. So when people say that they destroyed the game, chances are they are overlooking the fact that multiplayer was the flawed part of that game. Granted, the campaign wasn't the greatest of all the Call of Duty titles, but it wasn't bad. The thing that people are complaining about is the online experience, which Infinity Ward had full control over. So the reality is, Sledgehammer had nothing to do with what people are complaining about. They only worked on the campaign, and those who are complaining, your argument is really invalid when you think about it. Now, as for the bad on my end, it's really of what Sledgehammer can do. My personal worry is the fact that I'm not good with change, and in this case, I mean that we've hardly seen their work. Their last full game title was scrapped, which was the third-person CoD that I talked about a little bit in previous videos, and their only real engagement was bits and pieces here and there in Call of Duty titles. So in my eyes, it's like throwing an amateur swimmer into the shark-infested waters. My only worries are what if. But all that being said, I am completely open with what this has to offer. I'm completely open to see where this will take us. Now, moving on to our final segment of today's video, the unanswered. What will this mean for next gen? With next gen being a year old by the time of this coming year's launch, CoD 2014 may very well be the last integrated game, and what I mean by that is that it'll be available on Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, and PS4. Now granted, PC will always be in the mix there, but PC is in its own realm because it's always upgradable. But with this 3-year cycle now in development, I'm now under the impression that Treyarch has the ability to make their own new engine if desired, but also make the transition to be the first next gen exclusive title. Like I said previously, that gives so much more room for game aspect development and what the game can actually do, but it would be a very bold move that's gonna have to be made some point in time. And now the last thing I want to cover is how long will this last? In theory, it is a great idea to have 3 developers simply because of the extra added time that they have to work on their games, but how long will it be until one of them wants to leave, feels there's favoritism, there's a lot of complaining in the community, etc. There's a ton of stuff that can unfold in the future to disrupt this. So my question is, how long will this really last? Will this last till the rest of the life cycle of Call of Duty until it completely dies out? Or will this be something that we think is a great idea, but really only lasts a couple years? That's been my time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's been Nicole Espresso. If you did like the video, please leave a like rating down below. Any shares of your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace if you're OG like that are always greatly appreciated. I want to know what you guys have to think. Seriously, leave me a comment down below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this. But if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best of Call of Duty Ghost content. I have a ton of stuff still coming to you guys, so stay tuned for that. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. I shall see you guys later. Take care, and peace.